here in the wild, where the heart beats free. We're crafting our dreams, just my family and me. From sunrise to sundown, we're making our way, building our legacy, day by day. Welcome to the Wildheart Podcast, where passion meets purpose, homeschooling, homestay, living dreams that serve us. Together we're stronger through.
Yeah, well, I haven't figured out the fade part yet for this. The last time I tried to fade it, it killed the sound in the episode, I think. So, either way, welcome to the Wildheart Podcast, where
passion meets purpose.
As I block your face.
Yes.
Howdy.
He's Tony. I'm Aaron.
And we're here to talk to you about all the things we've been doing in the last two weeks. Today's podcast episode was delayed due to how would you describe
Golden showers.
Oh boy. our little guy decided, or he rediscovered that he could take off his diaper.
I decided that, okay, so he has these onesies, and the onesies are getting a little bit small, even though they're 2T. So now I think I need to get him 3T ones, but I was like, you know what? Let's just try him in a 2-piece pair of jammies. And the little booger, little booger decided he was going to take off his pants and take off his diaper and then throw books over the edge of his play yard area. And so I went in there and I picked up the books. And as I was picking up the books and walking over to the bookshelf, I stepped in something wet. And I was like, why is it wet? And he goes, pee! Pee! And I'm like, no!
Yeah. So we had to do a little cleanup. And here we are.
I love him.
He's just a rugrat. But
Booger.
yeah. But funny memory.
I'll tell that story when he decides to get married at some point in his life.
Well,
like, do you remember the time you peed on the ground? There's probably going to be multiple stories of him peeing on the ground.
I'm sure there will be a better one at that point.
Either way, yeah, he's like, pee, pee. He's very
focused on it.
Yeah,
I think it's that if there was ever a sign, there would be a sign for potty training.
Yep. Every time he sees a toilet, whether it's in a book or whatever, he's got to tell you that that's where you pee.
Which is good.
It's a good
Generally,
thing.
it's good, and not like in the middle of your bed. He couldn't get out of his little. What would you call it? A crib area.
It's a play yard. Basically, we've upgraded him to a bed, but because of the way that his room is set up, we can't not seal off the doors. That sounds awful, but we can't make it baby safe for him to not leave his room. It's like we can't put a gate there. We need a bigger gate to put across his room.
It's a double door.
It's a double door.
It's one of those things where, I'll probably end up either making a gate or some other solution. But at the end of the day,
I came up with the brilliant idea of putting the play yard, which is like the big, not a play pen, but a play yard. It's bigger.
Yeah, it's like bed. 8 by 10 feet or something like that.
Whoa, no.
No, it's like
7 by 5.
Okay. Well,
or 6 by 5, I should say.
6 by 5.
Because it's like 70 inches by 59, I think.
Sure. Either way, that was why today's episode is a bit late starting. It's about normal, actually.
I was gonna say it's about normal.
That was the last thing that we did before doing the podcast, so the story's fresh in our mind.
What else have I been up to? I don't know. Life, man, life. I've been actually drawing a lot on my iPad.
You've been doing a lot of doodles and drawings. I built a deck.
Another extension.
A double deck. We have a double-decker.
Technically a triple deck.
So last year I built the 12 by 12 section of our deck, where actually triple deck, I guess, because we have
That's what I just said.
Yeah. No. Anyway.
It's finally just wormed its way into your brain.
So.
Yes, you built the 12 by 12.
And then this year, I was like, oh, we'll change over the rock to grass. And in the process of doing that, I discovered there's some pretty aggressive tree roots kind of poking out of the ground.
They're
Once
very
you
surface.
when you peel back the weed barrier with the rocks under it, or rocks on it. And I'm like, well, I could probably spend about $200 to $300 on just soil just to level this out, or like add another $100 or $200 and build a deck. So the deck seemed a lot more appealing at that point, just with the roots there and everything. So that's what we did. Building the kids helped. They were amusing, and. I think the roof was over 2 weeks ago. So the roof was, we discussed that on the last podcast.
Yes, the roof was June.
And so, yeah, that's we also, we started down, a journey for the Wildheart Journal.
I was like, we started on a journey. What journey did we go on?
I took the kids for a hike.
Yes, I was working.
And it kind of started off as an idea, as like just a PDF or like really paper. It started off on paper. And the idea is that when we're out and about in either hikes or just out in wilderness, just to become more mindful of what's out in nature. And so just to have kind of preloaded questions that you could either ask during the experience or ask. We had a little snack after, and it was the perfect time to kind of just go through a few things. And it's like, hey, what kind of sounds and things and textures and things you saw in the last hike that we did? It was, we had a ton of butterflies, and there was a nice bright yellow bird. Do you remember what it was?
I think it was like the yellow-headed blackbird.
Yeah, something like that. Tons of butterflies. Our daughter loved it. And our son, he had pockets on his shorts on that hike, so he was loading them up with rocks. That was his thing for that hike. We found he was just shoving them in his pocket. But another thing, just to be kind of more aware of nature, like we're looking for tracks and other signs of life, plants, mushrooms,
cool
even
trees.
Yeah, like we had lots of flowers on that last hike, so we took a few pictures. Our son was very focused on pinching some of the flowers, and just kind of what other questions come to mind. We had a old rusty car that was somehow in the bush. It's probably been there for well over a decade or two. And just the concept, the question that came up was how would it have got there? Why was there a big old wreck in the bush? And obviously without knowing the answer, we could just speculate. So
the clowns dropped it in from their clown helicopter.
Yes, that was exactly how it happened. The cool thing at the end of that hike, when we were coming back to the vehicle, we spotted a snake skin that it had shed, and it was just kind of left on a rock. I'm assuming somebody else found it and kind of placed it there, because it doesn't make sense that a snake would come up a boulder and shed its skin and then come down the boulder. So I'm guessing somebody placed it there, but it was still cool to see.
I'm a little disappointed you didn't bring it home.
Well, next snake skin I find, I'll make sure to bring it home for you. But yeah, and then just we had a snack and kind of recapped the trip, and then on the way home we hit the center of Canada, which was a nice little memory. We got some pictures at the center of Canada. And yeah, that was kind of how this project started in a sense. Now it's a book. But at least this is the proof that's not for resale. But yeah, that'll be up sometime. We'll let people know once it's up if you're interested, if you want the something to guide your journaling with your kids.
It's a good way to get into nature journaling.
Yep, just mindful. So it's not a curriculum. It's just kind of a gentle guide to help kids notice what's out in nature and reflect, basically. We're using Amazon. We're kind of discovering how to publish something on Amazon, which is a story in itself, and lots of ins and outs and back and forths. And
check this box. Oh wait, you didn't do this box.
You didn't check it. You didn't check it hard enough. But yeah, I mean, I guess it makes sense. They're publishing probably thousands and lots of books. I don't know what the numbers are, but yeah, it's yeah, here it is, I guess. Our book, our first little book journal.
I noticed that you don't have our names in the front.
No, yeah, it was. They're on the back.
Typically, the authors' names are on the front.
You're the book nerd, so maybe you should have designed the cover.
You didn't give me much time.
It was
in newer iterations. I have seamless patterns that I can create for the back.
There you go.
The cover.
So
and
look for version 2.
Slap things on there like our name and such.
Let's get through version 1, and then you could iterate in the future.
Yes.
But what do you think of the deck?
It's nice. We haven't really had the opportunity to play out on it as much, since you built it.
It still has some finishing touches to do. I still have to finish putting all the deck screws on for the decking. I kind of put them down, one on each end in the middle.
Them down.
Yeah, it's not going to go anywhere,
Yeah.
Considering there was tornado warnings and whatnot. But
yeah. But yeah, no, we haven't really had the opportunity to really play on it too much, because I think we've just been kind of on the go, and I think that's kind of why I'm not as aware of what we've done for the last while, because I'm I don't know, we've been busy. There's been things happening. But yeah,
you had an outing with the kids and a play date.
Yeah, we were out at the cabin, and then
that was
on
another big
Monday
thing.
we went to a play date with some of our homeschooling friends, which was really fun. And yeah, and then yesterday was raining. Today's Wednesday.
Yep. Yesterday was the tornado warning day. Wasn't it?
No, I don't think it was. It feels like it was so long ago.
There's a whirlwind. No, yesterday was a kind of a retro night that we had, retro family night. It was supposed to be a date night, which we bumped to next week. But we had we shifted it. Yeah, it was Monday, I think.
No, I'm pretty sure it was yesterday. I'm not gonna look it up right now.
Either way, it was. So yesterday we had kind of a retro themed night where I've been trying to It's
not very retro themed, but
yeah, I know. It was. We played Crazy Taxi, Ski Free, and Jazzball. Do you remember Jazzball? It's where these balls bounce around on the screen, and you have to split them with either vertical or horizontal, and once you isolate. Anyway, if you're born in the 90s or 2000s, you should know what Jazzball is if you use Windows 95.
I was born in the 90s.
Did you use Windows 95?
Probably for school. I just never played the games.
There was only 6 games.
I played the pinball and the solitaire, and that was it.
The Jazzball was one of the other games in there.
Oh, and Minesweeper. I remember that game. That I did not understand that game for the longest time, and now
you do now.
Now I understand. I was like, oh, the numbers actually mean something other than just randomness.
I thought about bringing Minesweeper into it for the kid, but it was they're 2 and 5. They might our 5-year-old might get it, but like yeah, the 2-year-old was like really liked Crazy Taxi.
You really like the music.
Yeah, I mean, who doesn't like the music? But it wasn't the Offspring one. But nonetheless, tangent. What did we do at the cabin? We installed one of the fairy doors there.
Yes, we did. And I gathered some herbals. Not really. I like when we're out there and I happen to see that the roses are blooming but are going to lose petals soon. I take the petals off the roses and then I dry them, because your mother's not going to be there to enjoy the beauty of the flowers. So I appreciate them, and then I get the feathers, the petals, the flower feathers. Petals.
Technical term, flower feathers.
Yeah. What else did we do? We went to the beach.
Well, I spent like a half day to a 3/4 of a day.
Yeah, it seems to be your new thing. Every time we go out to the cabin, you do some sort of truck cleaning.
Yeah.
You should start taking my car.
Could.
I noticed a new ding on my car today.
It wasn't me. We will polish it, and I will
with
this
not
time.
Red.
Yeah. So one of the things, I had some old polish from red car that I had previously, and it was like the idea is I guess it fills in
for almost 10 years.
Yeah. So
it's been a long time since we've had a red vehicle.
It's been sitting in the garage, the polish, so it fills in any scratches or dings or whatnot with like a colorant is the idea, and yeah, so there's a few scratches and whatnot that I buffed out that are now filled with red on my truck.
Yes,
so
and your
it's better than it was.
Toyota logo has some pink on it now.
Whatever. At this point, like it's a work truck. I'm not that. I was honestly just trying out the new buffer that I got.
Yes, you're testing it out so that you can buff out all the beautiful marks that you left in my car.
Yes, it's really just to fix your vehicle properly.
Without having to pay someone every time.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
I don't mind doing it. It's fun. And the kids got to learn a lot about vehicles. Our daughter knows pretty much the basics of an engine. She knows, it requires fuel and spark and air. We kind of went a little bit deeper into what that looks like on the vehicle and where it comes in and where it all comes together. Obviously, without taking
oil.
Yeah, we checked the oil, we did the tire pressure, some basic maintenance stuff, and obviously cleaning. She got to sit in the driver's seat while I was cleaning as well, and she just kind of got to play around with all the different. I taught her, all the different turn signal and the cruise control, what's the horn, and the shifter. She asked, "What's this?" And it was the e-brake. I'm like, "Oh, that's a really important one, because if the vehicle can't stop, that's how you stop it." And she tried pulling it. It was hard for her, but she understood the concept.
No, I don't think e-brakes are supposed to be easy.
Well, I mean, if they're working correctly.
Yes.
But nonetheless, but yeah, the ferry door was really cute side adventure that we went on at the cabin there as well. I'd like to put more ferry doors in with the kids everywhere. Everywhere. We could put them in at the park.
I mean, you gotta go to a park that has trees.
Yeah, I think that'd be a fun thing, like kind of like how we did I guess we still do the geocaching sometimes.
It's not as often.
Yeah, so I think that would be fun.
What I also think would be really fun is making little creatures out of natural materials.
Pine cone owls and stuff.
Yes, and then putting them in the trees.
Around the ferry doors?
No, like if there's like a hole, or like say there's a couple of branches that come out of one spot, but there's like a little gap there, you could put like the little things in there. To go along with the ferry doors.
Sounds like a fun side project as well. Sorry for the squeaky chair.
Yes. Squeaky chairs. Yes, we saw fox.
Oh, yeah. It was actually a whole family of foxes. I only recorded the one.
I only saw the mama.
Yeah, like when we were driving, we saw there was like 4, and they basically there were 3 of them kind of wandering, and then one just sat in the road just kind of looking around, and we kind of edged up to it with the truck, and it finally moved along, follow its brothers and sisters.
And it's the mama.
They all looked about the same size, but I guess they've grown up.
It's later in the season.
They grow fast.
They do indeed.
But yeah, I think the biggest thing about the last 2 weeks has just been it's busy, and we've been productive.
Did I make my flower essences? Yeah, I did. I think I made the flower essences on the last one, or before this last one.
Well, yeah, you talked about it last time, I think.
And then trying to think of what else I've done. A few things. I'm like, I don't know. I don't remember what happened.
It's okay.
It's been a busy time.
We don't need to. I mean, I think that about sums it up what we've been doing. I mean, for our main topic, it was really just kind of what is journaling all about, and just kind of. But I kind of summarized it already. What we've been doing for the journaling, and we'll have feedback and just how it's kind of grown from there. But yeah, any closing thoughts before we close out the episode?
Well,
where can people find you?
I was like, I don't know. Wildheart
I'm here.
Motherhood.
Yeah,
like, you can find me here. I'm at Wildheart Motherhood.
On which platforms?
All platforms.
And I'm Wildheart Legacy.
Wow. Don't find me on X, because I don't exist on X.
And then I'm pretty much on all the platforms. Yeah, including Primal, which is it's more kind of Bitcoin centric, I'll call it. But yeah. Oh,
yeah. I was like, what have I been doing? I remember now. I've been trying to finish up my we're taking the pause of my regenerative alchemy over the summer. So I've been finishing up the last couple of, I was going to say episodes, but that's not it, but like the last couple of things that need to get done before the summer break. And then I will return to that
redouble your efforts
in September. There's been a lot of things. I've been doing a lot of things. I've been thinking about a lot of things. I've been trying to do a lot of things. There's lots of things happening.
We're doing busy. All the things.
Yeah. All the things, man. Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, we're not gonna. There's not much else to talk about this episode because we didn't get a whole. We kind of got just combobulated with the events prior to. That was. There we go. We'll go into depth more. This is I'll call a teaser of the journal and
to help you get out in nature and enjoy nature. And
journal, be more mindful while you're in nature, basically.
Well, yeah, like it's a way to connect, right? Like you can go out into nature and you can think about, what you're experiencing and things like that. But sometimes it's helpful if you have something concrete, especially if you're not used to being out in nature and being mindful of nature and in nature. This is a good starting point where like you've got littles and you're like, I don't know how to get them involved.
It's better. The way I kind of thought about it, it's like you could go for a hike. That in itself is great.
Mm-hmm.
But like going for a hike and staring at the rocks, that you're like staring at your feet instead of like looking around and just being like, this actively gets the kids engaged in the world. If nothing else, like prepping them. Now that we've done it a few times, like in terms of hikes, like it's almost like they're looking a little bit more for things and ways to answer these questions. The more we do it, I imagine it's going to become more of a primer to help guide them and just make them more aware of the world. So,
well, and this is a great way of like just being more present.
And journaling, just keeping track of your adventures, basically. And like, there's a sheet on there that you could kind of draw. Is this the one that she drew? No,
this is not the one.
Our daughter drew like, it looked like a Egyptian hieroglyph.
Because there's a space that's like it's just like
a whole page.
It allows you to have space to sketch or draw or whatever, and she's a full page, and she's just like tiny across the top.
It's like we saw this and we saw this. Like she drew hieroglyphs for each thing. It was very interesting, actually.
Yeah.
And she described it as she went.
She did.
But stay tuned next time. We do this every 2 weeks on the Wednesday. That's our goal. It's we're not 100% on it, but we've been pretty consistent as of late, I would say. So stay tuned for us every 2 weeks. We try to post each, 2-3 times a week between our busy lives.
I can't read your minds. You start saying something, and I'm like, where are you going with this?
And
yes. We post things.
If you like
somewhat
homesteading,
regularly.
homeschooling, DIY stuff,
herbalism, slow living, intentional, nature-based experiences.
that's what we're focusing on in our life right now. So thanks for tuning in.
How I want to live my life.
Yeah.
I am the forest witch of this relationship. You are the buildy handyman.
Buildy handyman.
Buildy handyman.
That's the technical term.
Yes. Forest witch, buildy handyman. Perfect.
Thanks for tuning in.
Bye.
See you guys next time.
We can't see them.
Listen to you guys next time.
We're not listening
Bye.
to them, Vince.
Out here in the wild, where the heart beats free, we're crafting our dreams, just my family and me. From sunrise to sundown, we're making our way, building our legacy, day by day. Welcome to the Wildheart Podcast, where passion meets purpose, homeschooling, homesteading, living dreams that serve us. Together we're stronger, through every stormy weather. The Wildheart Legacy, bound forever. With hands in the soil and love in the air, we're teaching our young ones how to live and care in this simple life where the lessons are real. We're writing our story with every turn of the wheel. So join us on this journey where the wild heart